Hi, welcome to Rising Vibration. I'm Inga. This reading is for Gemini for the week of February 18th through the 25th. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you for joining me and thank you for the subscriptions. I hit 500 this week and almost to the day of my first month of doing these videos. So thank you for that. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you hear and what you see. So, Gemini, I hear more of the same. Let's see what it's about, because I feel like it's more of the same. You're getting more of the same from a person who doesn't change, cannot change. You think that they have changed, but they haven't. It's more of the same. We have the Fall. I'm going to lay these out and I'm going to tell you what I see afterwards. So Taurus, not Taurus, sorry guys. This is for Gemini. It's for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of February 18th through the 25th. Someone is playfully, it's not serious, it's more playful, making hoops for the Gemini to jump through. They're testing you. Gemini is being tested, especially if they just recently met someone and the person's trying to see what they're made of. They're trying to see what their boundaries are. They're trying to see what the Gemini can take. They're trying to see how far they can push the Gemini. They're trying to see how much the Gemini has to give. And they might also be trying to see how much they can get from the Gemini. They're trying to see how flexible the Gemini is. Now this can also be for the Gemini trying to test those boundaries, see what they can get away with, see how flexible the other person is, seeing how smart the other person is, seeing how much games they can run, seeing how far they can push. So Gemini for the week of February 18th through the 25th, this is a week about discovering boundaries with people, with situations, also with work, knowing how far you can push it. So also if you have a contract that you're negotiating, putting in an offer, and then maybe seeing a window to change it a little bit. We also have feeling like tricky, want to trick, but be careful with that. Try to play fair. Be fair. The games feel like, yeah, running game. Someone can be running a game on the Gemini by putting them through these tests. Feels like a game. And the person may be putting some standards there that Gemini cannot reach, but the Gemini is giving it their all. They're really trying. They're really trying to please. They're trying to be flexible and show all what they can do. Their talent as well. Let's see what else, guys. And Gemini, please be careful for the week of February 18th through the 25th, because I feel like you're missing something. This message is coming through. There's something that you've missed or that you're missing. So if you started to formulate any deals, or if you're putting together, any proposals, please go back and recheck, because you may have missed a critical element or factor that's going to tie you up later. And I'm going to show you why I'm saying that in a second after I light this. You might miss something that will tie you up later. So try to double check any agreements that you're making as well, because they may, if you're not covering all the bases right now, I feel like you might miss, excuse me for that, I feel like you might miss something. You're going to miss something, especially if you're being too quick. Let me show you this. If you're too quick about how you're doing this, if this has to do with business, you might miss something. So take the time and do the work now. Don't rush through things this week, in the week of February 18th through the 25th. Let's see if anything else is coming through for Gemini. I have fight fire with fire. This might be a week where you do need to fight fire with fire, especially at work. Let's see. Someone who you may have recently separated from is missing you quite a bit right now in this week. I'm not sure if you'll see them or run into them while you're out. This can also be how you're feeling, that you're missing something that was, something that passed, or something that you lost, something that is no longer with you. But this change that occurred around this, from departing and leaving this situation, you know it was necessary. Now you may be working out some details, especially if it has to do with children and visitation. This can also be a past partner using children over your head or manipulating you with some aspects about your children. Refusing visitation, withholding visitation, making the visitation shorter than it should be. And just try to realize that if this is the case, that the children come first and that the person is still quite hurt, maybe about the loss or ending of the relationship. You know, it's a temporary thing. Whatever this is, this will not go on forever and for a long time. You may be feeling quite hindered by this, or affected and impacted by this in a quite debilitating way. Feeling quite exhausted is what I'm looking for. Feeling quite exhausted by this. I'm feeling like you would like to have peace or friendship with this person. It can also be a friend that you've had a confrontation with, or business partner, work situation that you've experienced a confrontation with, and it feels like frustration due to someone not keeping up their end of the bargain is what I have. Doing what they were supposed to, or what they said they would do. But again, you know, it feels like the energy will quickly come and go and pass, and it's just about reinforcing who's responsible for what, and that can also have to do with your children. Trying to delegate responsibility and having a partner who's yeah, almost manipulating you in a way because they're still angry about the break. So having moving targets, giving moving targets. And the Gemini is feeling like they're not sure if they're coming and going or going when they're dealing with this person. But yeah, I wouldn't put too much into this in terms of starting any big confrontations or fights. If there's legal matters, be as nice as you can, you know, especially if it has to do with your children. You might have to hold your tongue and let them vent and get it out, especially if it's not detrimental to you in any way. So that's what I have for Gemini for the week of February 18th through the 25th. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the like, shares, and subscribe. I hit 500. Very excited about that. Yay. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.